Happy Advent month, Desert Hills Church family. When we think about the incarnation of Christ, when we think about this Advent season, we remember Jesus' first coming, and then we also anticipate Jesus' second coming. And one of our favorite things to do this time of year is to sing Christmas songs. And so many are so familiar and so beloved that we can actually forget that tucked within them are rich theological truths. As an example, Hark, the Herald Angels Sing, glory to the newborn King. Just a few verses later, we find, veiled in flesh, the Godhead see, hail the incarnate deity. Pleased as man, with men to dwell, Jesus our Emmanuel. Now, Emmanuel, we know, means God with us, which is a glorious promise in and of itself. In John 1:14, the Apostle John says, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And that word dwelt literally means tabernacled among us. And that has rich Old Testament theology in it. We see that in the Old Testament, God manifested his presence most clearly at the mercy seat in the most holy place of the Holy of Holies. The most common command in the Bible is fear not, or do not be afraid. And the promise that typically follows it is, for I am with you. And so how amazing, how glorious is it that Jesus Christ became man, God himself tabernacled and manifested his presence most clearly through becoming a human. Number two, we see in Hebrews 2:17 that he became like us, he became like his brothers in every way, so that he would be a merciful and faithful high priest in the service of God. So Jesus condescended, becoming man in every way. The bishop St. Gregory of Nazianzus says that Christ does not heal or does not redeem what he does not assume. So God, who is infinite, God who is eternal, who is not bound by time, who is not bound by space, entered into humanity. And he experienced the human experience fully and completely, meaning that he redeems us and heals his people. And then number three, in Hebrews 4:15 and 16, it says, we do not have a high priest who is unable to sympathize with us, but one who has become like us in every way, yet without sin. Let us then with confidence draw near to the throne of grace, that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in our time of need. How comforting those words are, that Jesus can actually relate to us because he became like us. He knows the human experience. He knows what it means to live in a broken and fallen world. He knows what it's like to be tempted. He knows what it's like to feel weariness and sorrow. And he loves us and he cares for us. So I would encourage you, Desert Hills Church family, this Advent season to reflect on those rich theological truths that we sing in our Christmas songs that are so familiar and so beloved. Be encouraged that Jesus came into the world to save sinners, and we get to hope with eager anticipation that he will return, and we get to worship him with praise and honor and glory as we look forward to that glorious day. Merry Christmas, Desert Hills Church family.